a cabo, y ahí es donde las instituciones fuertes, como lo que han expuesto ahora y lo que ustedes van a ver de parte de la Commonwealth de Virginia, todos estos programas de apoyo financiero, de apoyo material, son las cosas que hacen que los sueños lleguen a una conclusión positiva. Así que vamos a aprovecharlos, aunque ya se fue la señora vicegobernadora, pues le agradecemos mucho y hay que consumir estos productos que la Commonwealth les está proponiendo a ustedes, y yo creo que de esa forma los sueños se pueden convertir en realidad. Así que adelante y mucha suerte con todo.
Tiene más información que compartir con nosotros de parte de la oportunidad también. Ahorita vamos a hacer una espera porque se fueron todos los presidentes de las cámaras, entonces sería un momento para que usted lo pueda aprovechar. Gracias.
Bueno, no, yo no tengo información sobre los proyectos, pero sí les puedo decir de que de parte de la Embajada de El Salvador, pues nosotros también tenemos una sección económica en la que trabajamos 2 vías, para la comunidad acá y también para la gente que quiere llegar a El Salvador. Dentro de ese contexto podemos siempre atenderles. Yo voy a estar por acá si tienen alguna pregunta, me la pueden dirigir y procederemos, creo yo, a continuar con el evento en estos momentos.
Muchas gracias. Y creo que también nos va a acompañar el próximo jueves. La embajadora me comentó que va a estar con nosotros en un foro también que vamos a tener en el Oriol Plaza el jueves 30 a las 7 de la noche, ¿verdad? Donde van a venir profesionales de El Salvador a dar información de cómo invertir en nuestro país. Vamos a continuar. ¿Estamos, presidente? Okay. Bueno, vamos a continuar. Vamos a llamar al presidente de la Cámara de Comercio Hispana del Estado de Virginia, al señor Michael Sahur. Breve, por favor.
Es un placer estar aquí con ustedes. I just wanted to share a little bit about what's going on here in Virginia. Hispanic businesses in Virginia, and in fact in the United States, are growing 3 times faster than any other business. Está creciendo 3 veces más rápido. In Virginia, it's 20% higher than that. I want to thank the consulate of Salvador. I want to thank the Juan Pablo and Lawrence, your team, for putting this on. This is a wonderful opportunity. Like the consulate said, is to leave here with something. I want to recognize some of the leaders that also are in this room. Jackie Creeps, a member of the chamber for many years. Carlos Castro, Astrid, who's chair at the V-Lab. You have some leaders in here, and it's good to know. Tenemos que ser juntos, tenemos que ser en la mesa. We have to be at the table. Like I said, Hispanic businesses are growing much faster, but they're going out of business faster too. So, tenemos que tener los recursos. La Cámara está aquí, y tenemos Bob, tenemos Juan, como salvadoreño. La Cámara está aquí para ayudarles. Tenemos información. Tenemos oportunidades como seguro más baratos que puedes comprar. Joanna, right here, que puedes hablar con Joanna para seguro médico para tú y tus empleos. Tenemos Yadira está aquí de la Cámara, puede ayudarte en los programas. Tenemos un préstamo sin interés, sin engancha, no tienes que tener crédito, que estamos ofreciendo por parte de la Cámara. Tenemos programas en español para ayudarte a crecer tu negocio. Hay muchos recursos. Y para estar... tenemos en la 11 de febrero en Richmond, para que estás, ojalá que con la gobernador Youngkin, para que están allí en la mesa, para que hablamos, y con los otros delegates. It's a legislative reception in Richmond. Pero tenemos varios eventos. Pero la cosa que quiero que that you leave here today, that we have to work together. We have to help people up the ladder. La unión hace la fuerza. Quiero darle gracias a todos ustedes estando en este cuarto, porque tenemos que apoyar y ayudarnos a subir la escalera. Pero es mucho gusto estar aquí, la Cámara Hispana de Virginia. Gracias.
Muchas gracias. Les voy a pedir que por favor utilicemos, porque después yo creo que van a estar ellos, pueden reunirse con ellos, pedirle información y todo, porque hay mucha información importante. Ahora quiero darle la bienvenida, también breve le pido al presidente, al señor Robert Sweeney, si me puede acompañar por favor, si está por acá. Él es el presidente de la Cámara de Comercio de Prince William, el señor Robert Sweeney, a quien le pido un cordial aplauso para él también.
I think he was asking me to speak. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our county. This is the greatest county in Virginia. You know, there's this guy in London that's going to be king someday. His name is Prince William. What are we going to be? I think we're on the pathway to greatness. We've got an incredible governor who is trying to engage and make it easier for the business community to grow here. We're the #1 state in America to grow your business. And so I think that this is something that we need to continue and keep. One of the most important things, the third rail, is the fact that we're competitive and we are right to work. We don't compete with Maryland. We're better than Maryland. We compete with Texas and Florida and North Carolina and Tennessee and Georgia. Why? Because they're all incredibly employer friendly. Business is coming here, we're growing, and we want you to help us be successful. So thank you all for being here today.
Muchas gracias. Ahí están ellos para que le sigan pidiendo información después y compartiendo toda esa gran experiencia que a lo largo de los años como empresarios y educadores de empresario ellos han tenido. Ahora recibamos a este lugar a uno de los más reconocidos empresarios también en bienes y raíces, Juan Omansor, orgullosamente de El Salvador y presidente de la Cámara de Comercio Salvadoreña Americana de Washington, D.C.
Muchísimas gracias. Muy buenos días a todos. Good morning. It is an honor to be here, and I really want to recognize our Consul Mauricio for being a great host, a great leader. Honored to have the Lieutenant Governor here. It means a lot to us as Latinos. And I also want to recognize Juan Pablo for your leadership and for being present and being, with the community, helping us. Thank you so much. And our colleagues here, presidents, today is a testimony of what union does. We all came together as leaders, and brought you all here. And that's a collaboration of all. And that is the only way we're moving forward and we're gonna advance as a community. When we come together, okay, today we'll be signing an MOU with the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce of Virginia, because that's the only way to advance. So I am very excited, I am ready, I am committed, and show up, be present. The Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. There is a lot of information that is available, resources for all of you. You just don't know. So God bless everybody. Limited time. Thank you so much.
Gracias. Bueno, y ahora sí comenzamos. Yo creo de que comenzamos ahora, ¿verdad? En serio. Vamos de un solo, como dicen. Bueno, y le damos la bienvenida a... Decimos así bueno, aquí me lo pusieron diferente, le voy a dar la bienvenida al representante de la agencia de la Small Business and Supplier Diversity de la SBSD, la señora Chris Lay. Recibámosla con un fuerte aplauso, por favor, a la licenciada Chris Lay, representante de la Small Business Administration de Virginia. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much for being here.
Buenos días y bienvenido. That's my 6 years of Spanish. Can I have my presentation up, please? Couple minutes? Okay. Do you want me to sing and dance pretty well? So for those of you who don't understand English, we do have my presentation out front, translate all the slides into Spanish. So feel free to get that while we're waiting for my
habla inglés, porque aquí tenemos la presentación en español para la gente. Bueno, ahí voy a estar.
Can you put it in presentation mode, please? Me llamo Christine Day. That's another face I have. My name is Crystal Day with the Virginia Department of Small Business and Supply Diversity. So who has heard of our agency before coming here today? You got it in the know. For those of you who don't know, we are your small business agency here in Virginia. Next slide, please. In our mission, we are really here to support you. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, we want to help you get started. If you're a business owner, we want to help you grow. Whatever your business is, from point A to point B, we are there with you every step of the way as your support system. Next slide, please. So how do we do that? We have 4 main departments that work with you. We have our own financing. We provide access to capital through BSCFA. I am with Business Development and Outreach. We have the certification team. There are 2 certifications. And then we have a sourcing and compliance team. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the VSBFA, Virginia Small Business Financing Authority. So when you are ready for funding for your business, come see Ray Sanchez, and he will talk more of our programs coming up. Next slide, please. I'm with Business Development and Outreach. We are a very small but mighty team. We have the state divided in 5 regions. I cover Northern Virginia. And let me just tell you a funny little story. I'm from Maryland. I grew up and lived all through Maryland for most of my life. I've been here for 18 years, but in my mind, I'm still a Maryland person. And I got this job, and they said, you're going to cover Northern Virginia. I said, great, I got it. Arlington, Fairfax, and Alexandria. In my little Maryland mind, that to me was Northern Virginia. But Northern Virginia to the state is the whole top third of the state. So from Mount Vernon and the Potomac all the way to the hills of West Virginia, that's my territory. So I'm learning so much more about all these 9 other counties that I cover, and Virginia is just beautiful. So I never cross that bridge to go to Maryland anymore. We work with partners around our region. We provide training, business counseling. We hold your hand through the process for certification. We should be your first stop for business resources. So wherever you are in your business, if you need help with your business, come to us first. Think of us as like your librarian for your business. So when you don't know where to go, you come to the librarian and we'll help you. Next slide, please. Okay. Next slide should be certification. We are the certifying agency for both the SWAM and the DBE certification. Next slide, please. The DBE certification is a very specific certification. It is a federal certification from the U.S. Department of Transportation. And it's for the transportation industry. So who here is in the transportation industry? All right. If you're in construction, this is a certification you'll need. If you're in transportation, but you don't work on any of those major construction projects that's going around here, because those projects typically have federal funds. If there is a transportation project with federal funds, there's going to be a goal with that project to use DBE subcontractors. So that's where you want to go. That's your market. Get the DBE certification. It's very specific, though. Next slide, please. So, like I said, it is used on very specific transportation projects that use the federal funds. So, for example, if you want to work with VDOT, Virginia Department of Transportation, you think, I need to be DBE certified to work with VDOT. But you provide janitorial service, or landscaping, or, cleaning, supplies, something that's not related to any of those projects that's going around on 66, 495. You just need the SWAM certification. You don't need DBE and go through all that process. Next slide, please. So let's talk about the SWAM certification. Who here knows the SBA? Who knows of the 8A program, the SBA? So that's the federal small business development program, right? They'll kick you out after 9 years, whether you're done or not. The SWAM certification is the state version of a small business development program. You can become certified and help you get started in government contracting. Next slide, please. It is a certification for industries across the Commonwealth, for all businesses. So if you want to do government contracting, regardless of your industry, SWAM certification will help you and give you advantages of being certified. Next slide, please. I really should put my glasses on. Okay, it is now done online. When I first started, I've been with the agency about 8 years. When I first started, it was a paper copy. When you print out the application, you fill it out, you sign it, and then you mail it along with your pack of supporting documents, and it could be this thick. You mail it down to our office in Richmond. There was one person in Richmond that would scan every sheet of paper in and give it a tracking number. We don't do that anymore because we're more efficient. Now it's done online. You fill out application online, you add your supporting documents online, and it's 60 business days. 60 business days, not 60 calendar days, so about 3 months for processing. And then you're certified if you're eligible. And once you're certified, you're good for 5 years. After 5 years, if you want to be certified again, you just reapply again. We never kick you out. The only time you get kicked out of the program is when you're no longer eligible for the designations that you applied for. Next slide, please. Oh, so we're here. So a small business, defined in Virginia, is any business with 250 employees or less, or you make $10 million in gross revenue or less. Notice that big or. You either have to meet the employee number or the revenue size. One will make you a small business. So for example, you get a really big contract and you're at $50 million in revenue this year. But you're really efficient because you only have 100 employees. Guess what? By Virginia standards, you're still small. And when I say employees, I'm only talking about W-2 employees. 1099s don't count. And you as a business owner, if you're not paying yourself at the end of the year as a W-2, you also don't count as that number. And that's a maximum number. So you don't have to have revenue, and you don't have to have employees in order to qualify. Now, because that small number, that or makes a big business kind of not that small, we came up with micro size. So for micro size, you have to have 25 employees or less, and you have to make $3 million or less in gross revenue. That's an and. So you have to meet both the employee number and the gross revenue to be a micro size. Once you grow out of the micro size, you can stay small for a very long time. Okay, the women-owned and minority-owned are self-explanatory. The women or the minority has to own at least 51%, and they have to control the business. There are other designations that fall under this SWAM certification umbrella. Service Disabled Veteran and ESOs. ESOs are the only nonprofit that are eligible for certification. ESOs are a nonprofit to employ people with disabilities, and they have to be certified as an ESO from CART. Next slide, please. We also recognize some of the federal certifications. If you already are certified any of these certifications from the SBA, you could add them to your SWAM profile. But we do not certify you for these federal certifications. So don't select them unless you already have it from the SBA. Next slide, please. And then the last division that works with small business in a kind of indirect way is sourcing and compliance. Did you know that Virginia has a 42% aspirational goal to have all of our contracting dollars spent with a SWAM certified business? Did you hear me correctly? I said 42%. So last year, I think we spent almost $7 billion in our contracting dollars. I can't do the math in my head, but 42% of $7 billion is a lot of money. And we want to spend that with a certified SWAM business. I don't think since that number's come out that we've ever reached 42%. We've come awfully close many times. So imagine, sourcing and compliance then is working with all the buyers and all the agencies across the Commonwealth to make sure that those buyers are strategically sourcing SWAM businesses on their contracts so that as a state we meet that 42%. Next slide, please. And this is it for me. This is the slide you've been waiting for, all the content. If you want funding, you can talk to Ray, or if you're in Northern Virginia, talk to Don. For those of you who think DBE certification is your path, talk to Richard. He can help you. He is extremely knowledgeable of DBE, and he will let you know that it's worth your while to go through that process. For all other inquiries that are here in Northern Virginia, please call me. I'll be your business librarian. Thank you very much for your time.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? My name is Ray Sanchez. I am the Chief Credit Officer of the BSBFA. We are the financial arm for the state of Virginia. We do loans to small businesses, non-profits, and economic development in the county. We also make job opportunities, retain jobs in the state of Virginia. So if you have a small business that needs capital because you made out to people, you come to us, we'll help you with a loan, with small interest, and we have several products. The BSBFA offers direct loans, micro loans, and then we also have loan guarantees, which is bank related. We have cash collateral, we have daycare loans that we serve the whole community. So for example, on a micro loan, we go up to $150,000, and the rate is 5.5, which is a lot lower than banks. And we're a lot quicker than the SBA. So SBA is a better rate, and we're a lot quicker. The loan guarantee program is a program that we do with the bank. So we have a primary bank. So when you go to the bank, they need insured collateral or insured cash flow. So the bank will contact us, and we'll partner with banks to do the loan. The cash flow is the same way as guarantee, the same direct loan. We say you don't have your OT or your house is dying off, or your car, for your business car, we will cover a portion of the cash from the state to the bank to help you get that loan to us. We also do for daycares through the State Department of Education. We have special loan for them from them that gives us the authority to give out loans, and we do it up to $250,000 for equipment, laptops, even turf in the playground, whatever you guys need, home improvement for your house, you do it from home, and that rate is 0%. So you don't pay anything at all. So that's pretty my area, this global shell. We do check credit scores, and we do cash flows, we will ask for tax returns, for that information. So that won't say in Spanish. I'm not very good at public speaking, so bear with me. Yo soy Rey Sánchez, el director de crédito de la BSBFA. Nosotros hacemos préstamos para empresas pequeñas y de hasta los macro loans hasta 250, los pedidos infantiles 150,000, y tenemos un programa de garantía y tenemos un programa de cash collateral que ofrecemos también. Nosotros queremos ir a todo el mundo que tiene un negocio pequeño, porque en el estado de Virginia hay muchos negocios que son pequeños que tienen miedo de aplicar como préstamo. Puede ser con el banco, porque los bancos tienen las líneas de crédito más difíciles de conseguir, porque las guidelines son más stringent que nosotros. Nosotros somos gestionados del Estado, que no es más fácil. Y por lo menos yo estoy ahí con el español ahora, que cuando ya le llaman en español, yo contesto ustedes. ¿Algunas preguntas? Menos de 5 minutos. Gracias.
Bueno, él es el licenciado Ray Sánchez. Le agradecemos. Él iba a dar un resumen de lo que había dado la representante, como lo es la señora que nos... Perfecto. Entonces, pero vamos entonces en este momento le toca a usted, que va a hablar un poco más de lo que es la Small Business Financing Authority. Ya lo dijo usted. Si la audiencia tiene preguntas, él va a estar aquí para responderle. En este momento tenemos un espacio de 30 minutos para que ustedes puedan hacer cualquier pregunta, incluso hacia el secretario de Estado de Comercio. Ustedes le quieren hacer preguntas aquí a las personas que están, los presidentes de las cámaras, pues este es el momento para hacer las preguntas adecuadas. No sé si tenemos algún micrófono por ahí, más otro micrófono para que nos puedan dar el acceso.
¿Vamos a hacer un panel o no? ¿El panel? Okay, pero who has questions here? I just want to make sure that we reserve enough time for questions. So does anyone have some questions that you want to ask eventually? Raise your hands. Okay, so we do have, all right. So make sure to work through the panel relatively speedily, and then we'll get to questions, okay? All right, so Chris, you're leading the panel, right? And the idea with this panel is these are 3 small business owners that have gone through SBSD certification. So they're going to talk to the benefits of the program, the difficulty, or hopefully it's not difficult, but obviously their experience. So please, Chris, if you want to take it away.
May I ask my panelists to please join me, please? So I thought it would be awesome to have real small business owners who are certified with different certifications, and you could hear of their experiences, what they had to go through, and sort of hear tips from them. So, let me just briefly introduce my panelists. Helene Moon is the CEO of Eidos Technology. Believe it or not, she has over 20 years of experience in the IT industry. She delivers innovative IT data management and security services to federal agencies and private sector clients. She has a Bachelor of Science in Marketing from American University and a Master's degree in Information System and Technology Management from Capella University. Thank you, Helene. Jackie is the CEO and founder of ECU Communications. Ms. Craig is a self-made entrepreneur and advocate of women in businesses and youth entrepreneur mentorship. In 2013, she founded Impacto Youth, which is an award-winning 501c3 group to shape, advance, and improve the lives of economically and socially disadvantaged youth through leadership and workforce development. She's also the co-founder of Centrifuge, a co-working space in historic Manassas to support the growth and development of entrepreneurs. And lastly, we are joined by Sofia Fernandez. She's a co-founder of Alpha Paving LLC. She came to U.S. 24 years ago as an immigrant from Colombia with big dreams and strong work ethic. I love that. She initially wanted to become a Spanish teacher, but met her now husband and started Alpha Paving instead. She continues to lead the company with a focus on quality, customer satisfaction, and hard work. Thank you, panelists. So I'm going to ask you to sort of tell the audience your name so they know who is who, and then the certifications that your business has.
Antes de que conteste, le vamos a pedir. Yo quisiera que se moviera un poquito más para enfrente donde están las banderas para que toda la gente de atrás las pueda conocer. Háganse un momentito, vamos a mover las sillas para que se hagan más para acá y así podamos tener. Muchas gracias. Bueno. En este momento comienzan las preguntas y están ellas van a hablar un momento, van a dar una introducción y luego ya ustedes se preparan, nosotros vamos a estar listos con los micrófonos para llegar donde ustedes están y así que la pregunta quede clara. Si ustedes no tienen la respuesta correcta, pueden preguntarla a la persona indicada y aquí están para contestarla. Vamos a darles ahora la introducción.
Buenos días a todos, gracias por estar aquí, gracias por tenernos, por escucharnos, por hacer parte de este importante evento. Mi nombre es Sofía Fernández, mi compañía es Alpha Paving LLC. Nosotros instalamos asfalto y tenemos el commitment de ético para instalar asfalto. Se lo voy a decir ahorita un poquitico en inglés. My name is Sofia Fernandez. I'm president of Alpha Paving LLC. Alpha Paving LLC is a dynamic woman-owned business committed to asphalt installation. The certifications that I have with the small business, the diversity, I have a SWAM.